There are certain people who walk into a room, and before you even say a word, you can already feel something coming from them. Confidence, calmness, strength, playfulness, presence. It's just who they are being at the moment. And it's not just affecting them, it's affecting everybody in the room. And this is because the way we move, the way we carry ourselves, the way we physically enter situations actually changes our emotional state. And today I want to show you a surprisingly simple way to begin to practice that intentionally. You are listening to the Essential Coaching Skills Podcast. Hi, I'm Doug O'Brien, your host, and today we're going to be talking about another NLP anchoring process. Last week's Circle of Excellence, I said, has been around since the beginning of NLP. This one, I'm not sure if it actually is technically an NLP process. I teach it as such because I kind of invented it, but I didn't actually invent it. I did what NLP is so famous for doing. I stole it from somebody else. NLP they didn't steal exactly. They modeled other people. Bandler and Grinder, famously modeled Fritz Perls and Frank Farrelly and Milton Erickson and Virginia Satir. They modeled these people. They stole their stuff, but they took it in an ethical, maybe, I don't know. That's a debate. But at any rate, it is a process very, very similar to other things we've been doing so far. It's basically an anchoring process for putting yourself into a great state. Where I got it from, I will tell you, I will give you the actual person from whom I modeled this. Peter Ralston is the author of a book called The Art of Effortless Power. In 1978, he became the first non-Asian ever to win the World Championship full contact martial art tournament held in the Republic of China. I met him when I was at a Tony Robbins certification course. And as a trainer, not just a participant, Tony had some bigger challenges for us, not just walking across fires, which we did anyway, but we also did stuff like jumping out of airplanes, tandem jumps with expert parachuters, thankfully, so we could do the full minute of free fall. It was great fun. But there were like 20 of us, 30 of us, maybe trainers. And so they couldn't all go up in one plane. So we could only do 4 at a time. So on the ground, Peter Ralston was there as a special guest, which was very cool. And he was teaching us ways of managing our state, doing this effortless power thing, this martial arts practice. Very cool stuff. But the one thing that I took away from it that I'm going to share with you is that he called the cape walk. I'm not even sure he called it that exactly, but he told a story about when he walked into that championship in China. He didn't want to feel at all nervous. He wanted to exude confidence. So he imagined that he had this like Superman cape on, and he walked in like, he was just going to kick ass and take names, which he then did. There's a story that, he was so fast. He was an amazing athlete and great at this skill. So it wasn't just the cape that caused him to win. But there was a story about when he was warming up for his first bout, that the guy who was supposed to be his opponent withdrew before it even started because he knew what the outcome was going to be. He didn't want to experience it. Apparently that was just not done. People didn't withdraw. It was, losing face was the worst thing. Losing was not as bad as losing face. But this guy just said, well, I don't care. I'm out of here. I don't want this. Because Peter just was so daunting. So that cape walk thing is really simple. When I teach this in class, I have all my students walk around the room for a moment. I don't tell them what's coming next. I just have them walk around the room. It could be a room with 50 people in it, and everyone's just walking around. And I say, okay, everybody, now stop. Close your eyes. And imagine that you're putting a cape on. You notice everybody in the room starts sort of standing up taller, shoulders back, more improved posture kind of thing. I say, okay, now open your eyes and walk around the room with your cape on. And everyone is walking around the room very differently than they were before. And I asked him, I said, so what was the difference? And they said, well, I felt like I owned the space. This was my room. And I just walked with great confidence and regalness. I don't know which one's the right word, but it changed things. And so what I've started to do with coaching clients of mine is I would take that same circle of excellence that we did last week, with the different colors, the different colors in the circle, and I'd ask them to pick up the circle, pick up the blue disc, pick up the red disc and hold it in their hands as if it now is becoming a ball of energy, a ball that they could then take with them and use as a circle of excellence in other places. But they could also do this. They could take that ball and put it up over their shoulders and have it become a cape. So now it became a cape of excellence, right? So you could have any sort of state that you wanted to, embody when you walked into that particular room. I used to travel the country and do these smoking and weight loss seminars for people. John Morgan seminars. I would travel the country and do a 2-hour seminar for smoking and 2-hour seminar for weight loss, and we'd move on to the next city. And I will tell you, especially early on, but pretty much always, when I'd walk into these, especially the first seminar, the smoking cessation seminars, in places like, Wichita or Jackson, Wyoming, or whatever, most of the smokers there were guys who were like cowboys or truck drivers or, something like that. And they're tough. And I don't know if they really wanted some Eastern hypnotist coming to tell. I'm just a guy from New York. Hi, I'm from New York. So I would tell myself this story, which wasn't very helpful. And so instead of being intimidated like that, I put a cape on. And so when I walked into that room, it was like, these people are in my room. You know what I mean? I felt kind of like Peter Ralston. So it was a much better way of being in that room. And so people were like, whoa, who's that guy coming in? And I felt great confidence with it. And I would go around and meet people, shake their hands and say, hi, my name's Doug, what's yours? And do a little other than conscious priming for the event. So there's a lot going on in that thing. But the cape walk itself, very simple. You don't have to do the added bonus of the circle of excellence color, putting it over your shoulders. It's great to do that, but you don't have to. Just putting the cape on alone is a great way of changing your physiology, your state, because when you're in a good state, you do good things. And it's that simple to put yourself into a better state, at least, than you had been before. So I invite you to use this. It's a simple process. And that's one of the things I really love about coaching with skills like this, these essential coaching skills. It's usable. I told you before in the first of these little group of seminars what are these things? Podcasts, classes that I'm doing right now of, go coach yourself. It's easy to do these things for yourself. They work for yourself. You just have to do them. It's not hard to do them, but you still have to do them. It's not hard to go for a walk in the morning, but you have to go for a walk. You have to get out of bed and do it. These things work when you work them. So work them. You're worth it. I don't know if you've ever heard that one before, but it's really useful. I talk about this all the time in my newsletter, which, by the way, if you want to, you can sign up for down below in things. It's a worthwhile thing. I give benefits and little tidbits, little sleight of mouth tips and things in there. It's really fun. I'd love to have you aboard. Feel free to sign up. But what's great about it, about these processes, is that they're simple enough to actually do. You don't have to go through a whole process where you put yourself into a trance and, visualize this and, do these different integrations or whatever. You can. Those are great things too, which you can also do yourself, coach yourself. You can definitely do that. And these are simple processes, right? They're easy. Put a cape on and walk into a room. You can do that. Whether that room is a seminar room where you're going to be presenting or whether it's the grocery store. It's that simple. So thanks a lot for being here. Enjoy, have fun, and do it, won't you? Have fun doing it. Make yourself better. Just because, why not? You can. Thanks. This has been the Essential Coaching Skills Podcast. Thank you for being here. It's a pleasure seeing you again. Hope to see you again real soon. Come back next week when we have another gripping and exciting episode of the Essential Coaching Skills Podcast. And if you want to, you can find out more about us, each and every one of us, at essentialcoachingskills.com. Thanks.